Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Sanders, and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today, I have three deals that I found. All of them are very affordable, relatively speaking. And one's from Japan, one's from Switzerland, and one's from Germany. So let's take a look at them. The first one is the Seiko Crador Chronograph Phoenix. The people who have those particular watches just love them. They can't say enough good things about them. The caliber 6S78 is the Seiko chronograph movement, 4 hertz, 50-hour reserve, and it's got the date, the chronograph, small second. One of the things that you have to look out for when you're getting any watch with a bracelet, two things. One, does it come with extra links? And if it doesn't, how big is it? Or how long is the bracelet? Well, this particular bracelet, there was no mention of any extra links coming with it. However, the bracelet the size was indicated at 18.5 centimeters, which is 7.5 inches, which is pretty good for most wrists. Mine, after I lost weight, before I lost weight, it was 7.5, but now it's about 7 and a quarter, something like that. So it'll fit most. If you got a bigger wrist, this one probably wouldn't be for you because of the size of the bracelet, unless you want to put your own bracelet on there. Now, the price on this was $1,199. I saw it on Chrono24. Might want to take a look at it if you're into chronographs. Seiko Crador to me is one of those unusual lines of watches that Seiko have. I think at one time it was meant to be their elite, sort of their special watches, and then Grand Seiko came along, and where Crador ended up with some interesting watches with some really well-made watches, but I don't know. But they're special. They're not just your regular Seiko. They're not Grand Seiko. They're Crador. Okay, moving right along. This next one is one I absolutely love, a Gerald Genta Reserve de Marche. And I had to turn a lot of stuff upside down to find the movement on this one. I think I finally nailed it down to an ETA 2897. It's a modified 2890, and the major modification was the power reserve indicator. And the power reserve indicator on this guy it's green when the power is good, and it turns red when it runs out of juice, which I think is sort of cool. Gerald Genta, as you know, was probably one of the most famous, if not the most famous, more contemporary designers. He designed some famous watches like the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, the Patek Philippe Aquanaut. There's a whole lot of different watches that another one was the pole router who had the pole router. Anyway, whoever had the pole router, I think it's Geneve, that one. Anyway, this watch is one of his. Now, he had his own brand for a while, but other than I think he may have had one movement, it was called the GG001. I think that was his. But he was, like I said, he is mainly a designer, and this is a very interesting watch, 37 millimeters. So it'll fit a lot of different people. And I think, like I said, the 2897 had to do a lot of stuff on that 50-hour reserve. This would be a collector's, one of the things I think collectors would really like. Nice looking watch too, just to wear around. Now the final one is a German watch, Martin Braun Grand Prix chronograph. It has the ETA value 7750 chronograph in it. It's got the 2-button for the chronograph, cam switching. And the things about a cam versus another one they have, the cam tends to be a little thinner. So you end up with a thinner watch, which I tend to like. The other thing about it is that the Valjoux 7750 was one that one complaint about it seemed to have a little wobble in it. But apparently Martin Braun, he did something to take the wobble out, so we have a wobble-free watch in the Martin Braun Grand Prix chronograph. 4 Hz, 54-hour reserve, day. Yeah, it's an interesting watch. They have a lot of different colors too. They come in red and green and I think orange and blue. Take a look at some. I mean, if you don't like this one, this is at $24.95, which was I think about the best price I could find. MSRP was around $5,000. This is at a place called the Real, and they're there's sort of they sell all kinds of different luxury stuff, but they have a pretty good number of watches, and apparently they have a validator, so that's a good thing too. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you have one of these watches, I'd really like to hear from you. This is an opportunity to subscribe if you like. Until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection.